Welcome to HackHunter. This is where we review some of the best and worst tattoo artists that are out there. Now, this week, one of our viewers wrote in from Troy, Missouri, and she was looking for a very specific type of tattoo artist. So, unfortunately, for all you that live out in Troy, we won't be showing or featuring a tattoo artist from Troy. But for all you guys that do live in Troy, Missouri, I'll give you the highlights here. Check out the Ink spot for sure. They have an amazing artist named Mindy Tetnis. She does a lot of black and gray stuff, but also really well done color. If you want to check out Big Easy Tattoos, the artist I'd recommend there is Latiolis. I can't pronounce it, sorry man, but he does some really great kind of comic book style color work, really fabulous stuff. Definitely check him out. Main Street Tattoo, the artist I would recommend is Johnny Jansky. You can check him out. He does a lot of black and gray, really clean line stuff, really nice realism stuff, so definitely check him out. But this episode, we're going to be checking out an artist that's in Maryland Heights. Enter Matthew Womack. You can check him out at 13 Roses Tattoo. He's the owner there. They have an incredible roster of artists as well. I definitely recommend him. Matthew Mudwater on Instagram. Check him out for yourself, but let me show you the highlights. Now, I had to start with this one because how cool is that? What a unique idea. Not easily done to create this sort of dark to light fade on the outside, the soccer ball hitting the net. Really dynamic 3D view on that. I love it. But also these cleats. Look how clean that looks. Just buttery smooth work. Man, and it just got better from there. A lot of his stuff was black and gray, but I had to show this color piece because this really shows some talent here, okay? For all you artists out there, you guys can appreciate this. He's also got a little bit of the picture of the sandwich over here so you can see it, but man, that takes some time and energy to really get that to look nice and crisp. I don't know how long it'll hold up over the test of time because there's not a ton of contrast in it, but overall, it's very impressive, skilled artwork to say the least. Now this one, a car, man. For you guys that are not artists or tattoo artists especially, you cannot understand how much of a nightmare cars can be for us. Just to get that 3D perspective, this 3/4 view is perfect. It's a good choice on his part. A lot of artists will go with just a side profile to make it easier on themselves, but he did this 3/4 view, which means all these little rounded pieces have to have the perfect light source and perfect glare effect coming off of them, and I think he did a phenomenal job. Now, another thing I really got to point out is the leaf work here, because so many times we see artists on this show that just cheap out on the leaves. Now, look at this, though. He put in a ton of effort to not only make them look 3D, but textured as well, and a little bit of white work in there just makes them awesome from a distance. Those are going to stand up over time for sure, and definitely compared to a lot of the cheap leaves we see out there, this customer is going to be super happy. Now, I got to talk about the lions. You guys know I got to talk about the lions. His lions were pretty awesome, actually. I really liked them. A lot of nice small grit texture in there. He did a great job coloring the eyes, even though, guys, I talked about this in a previous episode. Seriously, if you're getting an animal, just know that if you're coloring the eyes, you and about 99% of the other people in the world getting tattoos are coloring the eyes, okay? Just wanted everybody to know. It's a very trendy thing right now. But back to his artwork, though. I'm not a real fan of how he faded off the top here. It's a little gripe because the rest of it looks great. I really like the way he did the bottom here. It looks really nice and messy, the way a lion's mane is supposed to look, so you can tell he put in the energy and effort to do it right. Here's another one. Again, I don't really like this fade off up here, but I really like the view. The crinkled nose there and the depth in the mouth. Look at the texture on the gums. Just really, really well done stuff. And again, down here, he got this nice frayed hair look really down pat. Here's one he did on a guy's full back, and oh my god, what a nightmare. But he did a great job. Look, he saturated this black super well. He custom designed this ivy over here, or some people call it rosemelin or filigree, whatever you want to call it. He did a great job custom designing it on, and again, the lion looks nice in 3D. The texture of the mouth, the real rich contrast there is really what brings it out. His other animals were pretty impeccable as well. Eagles, I always judge it by how well they textured the corner of the eye, the bridge of the nose right here, and he did a good job. A lot of artists will just put kind of a dark shadow there and call it good, but there's a lot of frayed texture in there, and he really kind of nailed it there. But on these wings, I got to talk about how perfect these lines are. Super duper clean, perfect lines on those wings, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to feature him. Our viewer this week was looking for an artist that was really, really good at line art, and this is something I saw throughout his portfolio. A lot of really smooth line art. Look at these this leaf detail on the side here. That takes a long time. You got to go really slow and smooth and steady to create lines that are that thin and that precise, and he did just a great job. And the owl looks pretty awesome as well. Not the best owl we've ever seen, but still a really epic looking owl, no doubt. There's a little monkey. The reason I want to showcase this one is because the contrast. This maybe it's a gorilla. This gorilla is healed, okay? And the stuff on the outside was just done. You can tell by that kind of reddish tone there. But this is healed work, and look at how well contrasted that is. That was another reason why we really wanted to showcase his work. Just this high contrast stuff is something that I'm a real big fan of, because that really is what's going to determine how well it looks over time. And you can see this healed perfectly. This is readable from a distance for sure, and it's just going to look clean for the rest of that person's life. I had to show, one of the last couple I'll show is just the small art that he does, because I always tell you guys you can judge an artist a lot by the small tattoos. How much effort and energy are they putting into these smaller pieces, and you can just tell here that he put a lot into custom designing this, and the little folds and bends and creases in the heart there, just really well done stuff. So I really like to see that when artists put in maximum effort on smaller stuff. Here's an astronaut with graffiti all over him. Really, really cool custom design. Love to see it. All in all, Matthew Womack, epic artist, 13 Roses Tattoo. Go check him out in Maryland Heights, Missouri.